What's good? This is Trey, and the topic of this video is how to stop being shy and start approaching girls. All right. So, the thing with being shy, right? Uh, you know, I guess another way to put that is shy is like you're afraid to speak or you're afraid to express yourself. You're afraid to talk to people, right? You know, so if you're feeling shy, it's basically you're being antisocial. So it's like a state. It's a state of mind. It's a way of being. But you can change that way of being. How do you do that? You change your state. You change your way of being by taking actions associated with the other state or the other way of being that you would like to be, right? So the opposite of being shy is to be social, right? So, in other words, right, there's some days where I'm feeling antisocial, where I'm feeling kind of shy, whatever you want to call it, right? Basically, not really in the mood to be social. But let's say I want to meet some women. Like, how am I going to make that happen? Well, here's the thing. I realize if you go to a store or to the mall or wherever you're going, where you're going to go and meet women, let's say you're in that antisocial mood, that shy mood, right? If you just make an effort, make it a rule, okay? Like if you really want to get out of that state, talk to 3 people. You notice I'm not saying women, because it doesn't have to be women. Just go and say hello and start a conversation with 3 people. If you're in an antisocial mood, a shy mood, go and say what up, go and start a conversation with 3 people. After talking to those 3 people, you will feel more social. You will feel more relaxed because what did you do? You done changed. You began the process of changing your state by taking actions associated with that new state that you want to create. It's like if you want to be you know let's say, okay, for example, let's say I want to be more aggressive, right? I can say to myself, oh, I want to be more aggressive, or I can start taking some aggressive actions. I could get down on the floor and do 10 push-ups real quick. I could start, doing some, just pretend that I'm shadow boxing with something. Like start doing aggressive shit so I get in that aggressive mentality, right? So same thing with getting social. Like if you want to get social, you start doing social things. You start talking to people. You can't just be antisocial, be shy, and just say, man, I'm gonna just try to think my way into becoming more social. Like, no, you have to actually take necessary actions to get social. So if you're feeling shy, if you're feeling antisocial, but you wanna approach some girls, just talk to 3 people, right? And the reason I say 3 is because I experimented with it. It seems like if you talk to 3 people, it usually gets the momentum going in that social path, right? In that social route. Like you start to feel like even if you really just not trying to talk to nobody, but if you just use your will, use your whatever you want to call it, your willpower, your force, your discipline, whatever you want to call it, but basically just make yourself do talk to 3 people. Force yourself, whatever you got to do, because if you want to change your state, you have to make your mind up and do something consciously to change your state, to change your way of being, to change the way you feel. You feel shy, you feel antisocial. You can change that feeling, right? You change that feeling by going and talking to people. So make it make it a habit, make it a rule, whatever you want to call it. Talk to 3 people. Then after you talk to those 3 people, see how you feel. I bet you feel more social. So now you're in a much better place to go and approach a girl, go and approach a woman, right? If you just do it like right when you're in a shy or antisocial mood, and you try to go and approach a girl, it's gonna be very difficult because it's like too much pressure. It's too much. You're asking too much of yourself from the state that you're in, right? Get yourself in a more social state first. Get yourself in a more social mood first, then go and approach a girl. Don't just go and say, oh, I'm gonna talk to some girls, and then you feeling shy, you feeling antisocial, you think you just gonna go up to a girl you find attractive and be confident. No, you have to change your state So that's what I recommend. Talk to 3 people. If you can talk to 3 girls, that's great. But if you can't, if you need to talk to guys too, that's fine, because it's still gonna get you in a social mood, right? And then after those 3, you just gonna be in a better state. It's gonna be a lot easier to approach girls. So that's my tip on how to get out of that shyness and start approaching girls. And it's you know, if you really want to become more of a social person, you're gonna have to be consistently doing that, right? It's not a one-time thing. Like, if you just want to get social for like a certain moment or a certain day, then I recommend that. Talk to 3 people. You gonna get feel more social, right? If you don't talk to 3 people, if you just stay in that shy mood or that shy way of being, you're not gonna do shit. You're just gonna stay shy. You're just gonna be antisocial, and that's just what it is. But if you do what I just said, you know, go and talk to 3 people, make yourself do it, force yourself, use your willpower, whatever, then you're going to get in a social mood and you'll be more able to talk to people. And then if you really want to embody like more of a social being, have more social freedom, that kind of thing, make it a consistent thing so it becomes a part of who you are, right? So go on a 30-day challenge, go on a whatever, you know, make yourself go out every day. And even if it's just talking to 3 people a day, that's better than nothing. You know, if this is a way of being you want to create, you have to take the necessary actions. So that's my advice. You know, like, as I said, there's some days where I'm feeling antisocial. I don't really like the word shy, but I guess you could call it that, whatever, shy. But you know, if I'm feeling that way, I know, okay, there's ways to get out of that state of mind. And basically one of those ways, talk to 3 people, right? So if I go out and I say, oh, I want to meet some girls or whatever, and I'm feeling kind of shy or antisocial, whatever, I'm like, okay, I go, the first thing I think of, talk to 3 people. 3 people, it doesn't have to be girls, because you make it girls, you might still be in your head like, oh, which girl do I go up to? No, 3 people, the first 3 people around you, talk, start a conversation, say, hey, how's your day going? Or ask them for directions, or ask them, hey, what time does this go? Or where is this? Or anything. It doesn't matter what you say. Compliment them too. You could compliment people. Hey, bro, I like your shoes, or whatever. The point is, you want to change your state, right? And then it's going to be a lot easier for you to approach girls. All right. So that's the advice. If you're a man that is looking for, you know, some guidance on how you can start hitting your goals, you know, you feel like you're not hitting your goals when it comes to your dating life, send me a private message. Let's have a conversation. See what you need to do to start hitting your goals. All right. Thanks for watching. Peace.